Hi guys, cheers, it's Friday. Thank you, Kim, for stepping in on Wednesday. I was not feeling well. Today I'm going to tell you about what I experienced as the biggest struggle in my relationship with the trans man John. And I think the biggest struggle is all this waiting, because there are so many things we had to worry about. And when I say we, I mean John. John had to worry about a lot of things, and of course that affects me because I love him and I only want the best for him, and of course I want to help him. And that has been a very hard struggle, because there's been so many things to worry about. Seriously, it's been worrying about the transition that the government decides if he's trans enough. He has to wait for a long time for approval, for getting testosterone surgery. You have to worry about will people around me accept me? Will they ever stop seeing me as a woman? And a lot of worrying about the economic, because he wanted Dr. Gary to perform the surgery, and we live in Norway, so it costs to travel there and back. Staying there, we have to pay rent and all this while we're there. We have a mortgage and paying for the surgery, so it's been a money struggle as well. And that has taken a toll on John, because almost every minute of every waking day he had been thinking about this, and of course it talks a lot about his worries, because I'm there for him and I want him to talk about it, and so I have tried not to make them like my problems, but see it as his problems, and I have to help him, or I want to help him deal with it. And when he had all these worries in his head, he didn't always want to talk to me about it, because in the start he didn't trust me, because he didn't know me that well, and he has had some experience with people not very trustworthy. And so I had to try to get stuff out of him, his feelings and what is he thinking now, because he used to get all mute, and he could get annoyed and show with his body language that he showed it to me like a rejection, don't, or I don't want to talk about it, and there's nothing wrong. and so it's been a long, hard process dealing with all this stuff and trying to communicate better. And it doesn't work if he doesn't talk about his problems. And it could often lead to arguments, because he felt one thing but he wanted to hide it, so he picked on other things, and I could just explode because I got so angry, because it wasn't fair what he was saying, but it was all he did it all just to hide his real thoughts and his real feelings. And and right in the start, we had our periods, and when one got depressed, the other one just went down there, and we got depressed at the same time, and we just like twice a month we were maybe arguing or being depressed, and I'm sorry. Cheers. But it was really all this waiting and worrying that did this. And like at least Kim said, maybe the others as well, I can't remember, but communication is definitely the key. And we had to like train on this communication, and we had to talk about like when this happens next time we have to react in that way and not this way. And we are much better now. We definitely have our issues, and we're still working on it. And sometimes I just need this, I don't know, when I get angry, I can sometimes use a lot of time to realize my errors, and John still hides his feelings sometimes, and so there's all this miscommunication, and we both feel that the other don't understand one another, and it's much better now, but it still happens. And I hope it's just a residue of all this waiting, because now John is on T. He's been approved by the government finally, and he's had top surgery with Dr. Garamoni. Everything is well. He's happy now, and Danielle was talking about the future and the planning for the future now, and I hope so too, that now we can talk more about us, and maybe a little bit more about me, and not just him and his worries, because what's to worry about now? Everything's great, and he's much better, and it's nice to have all this worrying about testosterone and surgery over. I'm sorry. I want to comment about what about Kari's video. It was such a great video, Kari, and it was so nice to hear that you could talk about the things that you talk about. And when it comes to like making a family here, me and John, when I first met John, one of the first things he said when we hooked up, he said that I don't want a family. I don't want babies. I don't want kids. I don't like them. And so I've always known that most likely we won't have any children, but I accept it, but still I want them. Sometimes I don't want them. I'm not sure if me wanting kids is just a product, of the environment. Like, we're like 30 years old. We're supposed to have children now. It's the normal thing to do. And so I want children, but I accept that John doesn't, and so we'll see. So that's my situation about that. And about what Kim was talking about, intimacy, I can relate a lot to what she's saying. Intimacy has been a struggle, not because of the waiting, I think, because in the beginning we had really good sex and we were horny all the time and we just couldn't wait to get somewhere, to get home and have sex, and yeah, but what was I going to say? And I was just disturbed by my cat. Oops. Hey. Yeah. Okay, I won't talk about sex. But yeah, intimacy, it's a struggle here as well, because I think I really need a lot of intimacy, like hugging and cuddling, and for John it can be like claustrophobic, or if or maybe it's not a good time to cuddle up right now because he's tired or having a lot of on his mind, and that started way before tea. But that's another topic. Yeah, all this waiting, that's been my biggest struggle, and we'll see what the next one is, but I don't think there will be any equally big troubles ahead, thank God. Yeah, I had all this stuff to talk about. I didn't talk a lot about it. I think that so we can wait for another day. It's Friday. Tomorrow, remember, it's March the 8th of March, I don't know what you say, and it's an International Women's Day, do you say that? And I'm going to show my support, and I hope you do the same thing. Women's rights are extremely important, and don't ever forget it. Show your support tomorrow, please. And have a nice weekend. Bye.